What's something you realized too late in life? The only thing worse than failing is watching someone else succeed at the idea you were too scared to start. I've had this thing my whole life where I get these random ideas, like genuinely good ones, I think. And then I talk myself out of every single one. I'm not ready. The timing is off. I don't know enough. It's a classic greatest hits album of excuses. Then, 6 months later, I see some dude on Twitter literally building my idea and making millions. And I'm sitting there like a proud, disappointed father. This happened like 4 or 5 times. At some point, you have to stop calling it bad luck and start calling it what it is. Cowardice. So one Saturday night last month, I went out with friends, had a few drinks, came home, and it hit me again. That same idea. The one that never leaves. The one that shows up every couple of months like an ex who still has your Netflix password. But this time, I was 40. And I realized if I don't do this now, I'm going to be 60 telling the same story at the same bar to the same friends about the same idea I never built. So I quit my job the next Monday. My boss thought I was joking, and my coworkers thought I was having a midlife crisis. Honestly, they might be right about that one. But I'm 10 days in now, and for the first time in 20 years, I actually wake up before my alarm. So yeah, don't wait. Whatever that idea is that's been haunting you in the shower, go do it. The worst that happens is you fail. The actual worst that happens is you never try and spend the rest of your life wondering. I'm probably going to fail too, by the way, but at least I'll know. I'm from Mississippi, and until I was 18, I thought that everyone else in the country counted with their own state. Instead of 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, they would count 1 Nevada, 2 Nevada, or 1 Maryland, 2 Maryland, etc. 8 Maine, 9 Maine, 10 Maine. Ready or Of course we're not ready. That was like 6 seconds. We're gonna have to move to the state of Rhode Island and Providence Plantations. When my dad used to sit in my bedroom while I was playing video games, not saying anything, I thought he was just bored and didn't know what else to do. It took me until my 20s to realize he was just trying to be near me. I never told him I finally understood that. The shitty retail jobs working with other people in our late teens and early 20s were some of the best times of my life. And I think all the time about how I wish I could go back to working them and keep the same pay as my grown-up job. We take all of our youthful phases for granted. I worked in fast food in high school, and damn, we had a lot of fun. The work itself wasn't great, but there was so much laughter, inside jokes, and funny pranks. You have absolutely minimal responsibility, and since I was a minor and living with my parents, there was no pressure to keep the job, really. It's not like I was going to lose my house if the job went away. It was zero pressure all around. Unfortunately, I took it way too seriously at the time, and that negated some of the fun for me. In retrospect, it's like, kid, just enjoy it. That being right in an argument didn't actually mean anything. I spent my 20s winning fights with my parents, my ex, and my friends. I had the facts. I had the logic. I was correct. They all drifted away anyway. Turns out, nobody lies awake thinking, I really wish I'd lost that argument. They just quietly stopped calling. For a very long time, starting at maybe 12 to 14 years old, I knew I was intelligent, yet very awkward, among other poor social skills. I told myself for 2 to 3 decades that the intelligence part would overcome all of my other shortcomings in life, because it was far and away the biggest factor in success as defined in general societal terms. What took me far too long to realize is that emotional intelligence, confidence, social development, and ambition are far more important. I was resentful and embarrassed of my nerdiness, which, if embraced properly, could have led to a successful career and a social circle that I fit into. What happened, due to my decisions, was that I positioned myself so poorly that I never did fit in anywhere. I avoided the life that was aligned with me, and attempting to have the life I envied was unsuccessful. It doesn't matter anymore. I'm 58 and retired, so I just do my own thing. There were multi-year pockets of good stretches for me, but mostly life has been not great due to my decisions. To not worry about what other people think at all, and most importantly, express your love. Don't just offhandedly say, I love you. Really show the ones you love how important they are to you by your actions. Time is the most important asset you have, and it is limited. My wife of 39 years died unexpectedly 6 weeks ago, and I am devastated. How much time did I waste chasing things I didn't need and that were never really important? Climbing the corporate stooge ladder, missing family events, planning for a retirement that now means nothing. If only I would have spent 20% of that lost time being there and loving her and our family.
I'm 35 now and have been with the same company for 5 years now. I'm never leaving. I have a weirdness about me that makes me hard to hire and stay on at places. But this place seems to like me a lot. That job stability is just a dream for me. I'm bound to search for a new job every few years.